Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So we got news regard. We don't have much news, but Red Eagle Politics released a video and Trump's many pathways to victory, and I somewhat agree with what he said, and find his video to be very comforting. So if you are wanting to watch that video, go to Red Eagle Politics. Watch him. I highly recommend him. But there's no doubt about it. Analysts disagree with each other all the time, and I can guarantee you, here's everything. I don't think Red Eagle Politics would ever mention me. I'm just too small of a channel, but I can guarantee you there's a lot of stuff that he might disagree with me, and there's a lot of stuff that I disagree with him. And part of the reason is one claim that Donald Trump just needs 2 points. He doesn't necessarily need the popular vote in order to win the said election. That is not necessarily true. Yes, you don't need the popular vote to win the election, but that goes with the Democrats. Everyone keeps thinking that Republicans can win without the popular vote. Yes, never in U.S. election history has a Democrat won an election without winning the popular vote. But you realize that that could happen also. It could just take something like this. Trump wins the popular vote right here, and you have like Kamala Harris flipping Pennsylvania. Well, actually, that would be 69-69. But like I say here, you have Kamala Harris flipping Pennsylvania or Kamala Harris flipping Arizona. And you have a totally broken situation. So that's something that I'm like, you know what? That necessarily does not, well, let's just say a better scenario would be Kamala Harris wins the second district of Pennsylvania, and then here you go, 270 for Kamala Harris. But here's the thing, this itself could be Donald Trump winning the popular vote by barely a point. Let's take a look at some elections where that could have been the case. In 2020, let's see, we can pull up a 2020 map right now. This could be a longer video according to how fast we move on with things, but I think this is very important. So you have the 2020 presidential election, and looking that election up, presidential election results. Okay. You cannot reach that page. That is unfortunate. We'll just have to pull up the app then. Or if it will not work, we'll just pull up 270 to win, which I do not like using 270. Okay. There is something wrong with YAPMS. So we're just going to pull up 270 to win. Real quick, U.S. presidential elections, 1789 to 2020. Yes, I don't like using this, but this is a good example. Now, Donald Trump, I get what people are saying. Donald Trump won 46% of the popular vote. He could supposedly win with just 46.80% of the popular vote. He could absolutely win with that number alone, even though Joe Biden himself is ahead by like 4-5 points. Reason being, you just needed a few more people in voting for Donald Trump in the said swing states. We're going to go to the most closest states, the state of Georgia itself. Let's get rid of this. You just needed the state of Georgia. Come on. What the heck? Okay, yeah, it's just being very annoying. Okay, yes. And I have a feeling my computer also has a problem with 270. It's too much lags. But yes, I get people that like 270, but let's just say we got everything. We're going to go ahead and let's just say we're going to go ahead and call Georgia. We got Georgia. You'll see Georgia. Biden just won it by 11,000 votes, close to 12,000 votes. If Trump just flipped, gained more 11,000 votes, just a slight bit more, but 0.23% more. Donald Trump would have carried Georgia. If Donald Trump gained 0.31% more in Arizona, and if Donald Trump just gained a little bit, like 0.63% more in Wisconsin, he would have gained Wisconsin. But then again, that would be a 50-50. And the closest would be, if the said district of Omaha wasn't so contested, or just say Pennsylvania alone, 80,000 votes. Boom, the election goes for Donald Trump. And a lot of people say, oh, yeah, that's all it has to take. Let's take a look at, for example, let's just see here. We're just going to put these as swing states. So let's just say we have the closest states of the election go to Trump again. We have Georgia going for Donald Trump, Arizona going for Donald Trump, and then Wisconsin. Actually, that would work. And you don't necessarily need Nevada. This honestly would be a much easier path to victory. Georgia, Arizona, and Wisconsin. Very easy path to victory. Very simple. And according to the election results of 2020, this was the Democrats' best year. You'll see in the Democrats' best year since 2008, in my opinion, they only got 0.23% in Georgia, 0.31% in Arizona, and 0.63% in Wisconsin. People say, yes, it's going to be easy. But a lot changes in 4 years. And the states that I'm mostly concerned about is AZ. To be honest, I am truly concerned about Arizona because Arizona is, as you know, a very densely populated state, and you really need to really focus on one said county, and that one county is Maricopa. If you totally avoid Maricopa County and just believe, it's going to go for Democrats, and you know what? That's the future. It very much well and can go for Democrats in the future. Let's just say this isn't the actual results. The results are actually more closer. The reason why it's like this is because there are no swing candidates, so it's forced to be 51%. But let's just say Democrats gain, let's just say, a little bit more, 52. You'll see, for example, Phoenix, very blue city. Let's see. Yeah, Democrats win a landslide. If you would expect Phoenix to behave like an actual city, like a big urban Democrat city like Philadelphia or Memphis, Minneapolis, and that brings the county more into the 60%. You'll see, okay, Maricopa going to 60%. Okay, this is warning sign because now Maricopa is at 60%. And what this means now is Arizona goes for Democrats in a landslide. If Arizona ever trends to the left by, I don't know how many points, over 20 points, we're screwed in Arizona. There is absolutely no way where we're going to win it ever again. It's a blue state like California. It's pretty much California's little sister to the said left. But yes, you will see, very worrisome. So all it takes, guys, it's just 60% in order for Democrats to win a landslide. I wonder how much, let's see, we say 52%, 53%. You'll see, this is the 2020 result. Yeah, very, very concerning, as you know. So yes, it takes a lot. Do you have to win Maricopa County? No, because there were elections in 2022 that had us losing Maricopa County, and we ended up winning the election. An example would be Tom Horn, I want to believe, but we could take a look at that election. Oh, yes. Attorney General was Democrat. I believe that was superintendent, but yes. Tom Horn, yes, ended up losing Maricopa County, but won the election. But yes, you can see here, he barely won. I don't know how let's see. Yes, and Maricopa County overall has 62% of the state's population. 62% of the state's population. So, yeah, it would very much, well, Arizona is pretty much like a Minnesota. But unlike Minnesota, Minnesota's counties, Hennepin and Ramsey counties, which host, I would say, a good over 50% of the population, aren't are strongly Democrat, and it determines the state's elections. Maricopa County has 60% of the said state's population, as it says in Wikipedia article says. So it really does is a county that it's probably the number one county you have to do good in order to win Arizona. It's the number one county, and I think it's the number one place Trump needs to prioritize. Campaign aggressively in the suburbs of Phoenix, because we know Phoenix isn't going to go to Democrat. When was the last time Phoenix went Democrat? Well, actually, hang on, I'm blundering. Phoenix isn't going to go Republican, because when was the last time Phoenix went Republican? Well, we can look, because allegedly it has the election results. We have two election results, 59%. That's actually very good compared to Minneapolis and Memphis, which it goes to 70 to 80%, but 59 is very good. And you got, of course, not 2016, but there's also a lot of third party results. Third party individuals, third party went and received 1.6% of the popular vote. So yes, very big third party county in overall, and has a lot of moderates. So that's why moderate voters are important. I'd expect RFK to have a huge contribution. But if we win this county, we win the election. We win the election. Yes, and RCP average has Kamala Harris winning the state of Wisconsin. Is that a pain? Absolutely. We don't want her to win the state of Wisconsin. What if we ended up losing the state of Wisconsin? Well, yeah, there's honestly, if we end up losing the state of Wisconsin and it looks like our current polling situation, we get an electoral tie. I don't think it's going to look like an electoral tie, but it would actually be pretty interesting. I really doubt it's going to be an electoral tie, but there is a lot we have to do. But yes, Donald Trump still holds the Electoral College, period. Some examples how we can win this. Well, I'm going to dread doing it, but we're going to go to the Electoral College map. Yes, it's still looking pretty good for Republicans. I think, yes, everything is tossed up. And think about this. 4 years ago, when I learned about Real Clear, Biden was already projected the winner. You had, I would say, Georgia wasn't counted, Arizona, we had Nevada, we had Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, and it was already predicted that Biden would win. Arizona went off and on, but yeah, and Georgia was blank. No one really couldn't understand or predict Georgia, but Florida, same deal, North Carolina. But yeah, so that was sort of the result here. But there are many different pathways to victory. In fact, let's see, 270 is already saying, hey, look, stakes are high for Democrats already, because in order to win this, Dems need Pennsylvania. They can't get away with, let's just say, they cannot get away with Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada. They need Pennsylvania. And if they don't win Pennsylvania, they are done. So essentially, yes, the Republicans just need 2 states to win. That is honestly much of the easier way, isn't it? Well, here's the thing. Although winning Georgia is pretty easy, I would think, you know what? Georgia is probably the most easiest state Trump would win. What's the most easiest swing state Kamala could win? I think Kamala would enjoy an easier time winning Michigan. All right, so you get Georgia in there. What's after Michigan? I would have it a struggling debate between Arizona and Pennsylvania. But let's just say Pennsylvania goes. Well, let's just play the detail here. So much in battling in Pennsylvania. You either get what you want and get Pennsylvania. You totally don't need Wisconsin. You totally don't need Nevada and Arizona. They could go to Kamala, but then again, it would be great to have those states in our column. But then again, we don't need to fret if they go blue. But here's the thing: Pennsylvania is there is a certain amount of voters that, of course, I would say for certain are, let's see, looking at the presidential election results. Closest states: Pennsylvania, 1.16. Okay. Yeah, 80,000 votes. And who knows where those 80,000 came from. But let's just say, and people come in and out, it would have been a Trump win. But yes, we perform better, we perform best, and we end up winning PA. Well, and we lose PA in general because we concentrate all our energy in Pennsylvania, and that's a state I want Trump really to keep campaigning in. I think obviously he will. But then we obviously are distracted from states like Wisconsin, Nevada, and Arizona. And it's just a matter of time when those states end up going Democrat and we just end up losing badly in Pennsylvania. Guess what? Kamala Harris is projected the president of the United States. It's a risk and it's only a matter of time. Do I doubt the map's going to look like this? I highly doubt it. I don't want it to look like this. I would think if it's a Kamala Harris victory, it's either going to look like this or it's going to look like this. It's really going to be up to Wisconsin being going for Kamala or is it going for Trump? I think personally would go for Kamala. If it would be a Kamala victory, it would kind of look like this. My prediction, in my opinion. But yes. So, what do you guys think in regards to our today's overall prediction? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, see you all in the next political episode.